James, a name we've heard for centuries, meaning supplanter. Mary, a name filled with bittersweet history, meaning bitter sorrow. Robert, a name that speaks of hope and glory, meaning bright fame. Patricia, a name that sounds elegant and strong, meaning noble. John, a name touched by God's kindness, meaning God is gracious. Barbara, a name that hints at faraway places, meaning foreign woman. William, a name that means strong protection, meaning resolute protector. Carol, a name that carries the feeling of freedom, meaning free man. Richard, a name fit for a king, meaning brave ruler. This is also my brother's name. Sandra, a name that means bravery and standing up for others, meaning defender of the people. Charles, another name that means freedom and independence, meaning free man. Nancy, a name that whispers of elegance and charm, meaning grace. Donald, a name that speaks of power and control, meaning world ruler. Sharon, a name from the simplicity of nature, meaning a plain. George, lover of land and its crops, meaning farmer. Judith, a name with a long history, meaning woman of Judea. Thomas, a name about two things connected, meaning twin. Betty, a name that reflects a serious promise, meaning God is my oath. Joseph, a name filled with hope and plenty, meaning God will increase. Linda, meaning grace and pretty. David, a name that means love and devotion, meaning beloved. Carol, again we see this name that means freedom, meaning free man. Paul, a name that speaks of humility and strength, meaning small. Margaret, a name that makes you think of something precious and pure, meaning pearl. Kenneth, a name that means charm and good looks, meaning handsome. Ruth, a name that speaks of loyalty and friendship, meaning companion. Stephen, a name that sounds like royalty, meaning crown. Joyce, a name that shows happiness and delight, meaning lord. Edward, a name that speaks of wealth and protection, meaning wealthy guardian. Dorothy, a name that means a gift from God, meaning gift of God. Ronald, a name that makes you think of wisdom and advice, meaning ruler's counselor. Joan, another name touched by God's kindness, meaning God is gracious. Michael, a name that asks a big question about being like God, meaning who is like God. This name carries a profound significance, often associated with strength, protection and divine purpose throughout history and various cultures. Helen, a name that shines bright, meaning bright shining light. Gary, a name that means strength and toughness, meaning spear. Doris, this name means present or gift. Larry, a name that makes you think of victory and honor, meaning laurel crowned. Virginia, a name that means pure and innocent, meaning pure. Frank, another name that celebrates freedom and honesty, meaning free man. Marilyn, a name that makes you think of the big, mysterious ocean, meaning drop of the sea. Raymond, a name that speaks of wisdom and protection, meaning wise protector. Beverly, a name from the peace of nature, meaning beaver stream. Gerald, a name that mixes leadership with strength, meaning ruler with a spear. Martha, a name that means grace and good manners, meaning lady. Roger, a name that makes you think of fame and skill, meaning famous spear. Francis, another name celebrating freedom and independence, meaning free. Walter, a name that means leadership and being in charge, meaning ruler of the army. Alice, a name that sounds noble and graceful, meaning noble. Harold, a name that speaks of military power, meaning army ruler. Jean, a name that carries a blessing of kindness, meaning God is gracious. Outro, echoes of the past, whispers of the future. As we conclude our journey through these 50 baby names from the 1940s, we reflect on the stories they tell. These names are more than just words. They are a window into a different era, a time of change and hope. We're not just looking back, but also looking ahead, understanding how these names have traveled through time. These names, once whispered in a world about to change, carry with them the dreams and aspirations of those who came before us. They still mean something to us today, resonating with the same strength and significance. They remind us of how powerful names are, how they carry the essence of identity and heritage. These names connect us to the past, shape our present, and guide us into the future. They echo through the corridors of time, reminding us of our shared history and the endless possibilities that lie ahead.